Evening, Simone.
Hey, good evening, Ralston.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Okay, now tell our listeners a little about Simone Stewart. Who are you, apart from being a bank and an author?
I'm a mother, a wife, and anything to do with savings and being your best per se, uniquely me, that's what it is. That's me.
Okay.
Okay. So Simone, how do you make the connection between, spirituality and money and the whole thing about empowering women? How is that connection made?
All right. Well, we may say we're spirit beings, but we're also physical beings.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So while we're striving to be Christians heading to heaven, per se, we still have to live here.
So you need money.
You still need money. You're still
Yes.
subjected to the elements of the earth.
Right.
So you and everything, of course, takes money. So whether it means that you need to budget, you need to spend, whatever it is, everything surrounds money, and you need money.
Yes.
So there is no. As a matter of fact, there's a story of the woman who had gone to Elisha in the Bible and told him that her husband is dead and she has debts to pay.
Yes.
What he said to her, "What do you have?" She said she had some oil. He said, "Well, go get some bottles,
Yes.
fill them, and go sell it, pay your debt, and live off the rest."
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you can get any more practical than that.
Correct. Right. Now, tell our listeners where were you prompted to write this book?
Well, the thing about it is that one of the things that I find is that, especially for all women, is that we tend to be sometimes dependent.
Yes.
We're dependent on our husbands, we're dependent on friends, we're dependent. And so nothing beats financial independence, financial freedom, or just freedom in general.
Yes.
And one of the best thing I have found is that when you are able to call the shots, when you're able to dictate your pace,
Yes.
it brings about happiness, it brings about mental health, physical health, you name it.
Yes.
So that's sort of what prompted my writing the book. So I was looking for ways of how can I empower myself as a woman, how can I empower my sisters, how can I empower my friends, right?
Yes.
And of course I've had a few incidences of women who are being abused, and I also have interactions with women who are being abused but have empowered themselves and come out of it,
Yes.
and are financially free, especially. And especially being a banker, I would have encountered a number of those situations.
Yes.
Okay. Now, Simone, there are those who would say there's really no money is not synonymous with being a Christian and being yes, and for the whole spiritual being, it is how is it that you would suggest to them that it is just as important?
You know something? One of the best ways to get money, of course, is to you have to either work for it,
Mm-hmm.
or you start your own business.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I go home and sit and say, well, I'm hungry and I need food, and I'm just going to sit and wait, thinking it's going to drop out of heaven,
Yeah.
you will wait forever.
For manna to fall from heaven.
Exactly. God has given us wisdom.
Yes.
And so He has given us skills that we need to be taking advantage of.
Yes.
Some of us, there are a number of us who are specially endowed with, we can bake. Some of us are good at sewing. Some of us are good at talking. Some of us are good at singing. There's something that you're good at.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Use it. And if some of us will say, well, I don't have any special skills. Well, there is education.
Right.
There are so many different courses that are around now. Take advantage of different courses. Empower yourself. Knowledge is power. So start there.
Yes.
And then what you find now is that everything is synonymous, can be used for money.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You can sell your skills, you can sell products.
Yes.
So many things that you can do now to make money. So it's not a matter of saying, oh, well, your money, all that is on your mind is money. No, you need to survive. And not only that, most of us who are Christians or spiritual, we have families,
Yes.
we have
Yes.
young children
Yes.
who are dependent on us. We have ailing parents
Yes.
who are dependent on us.
Yes.
So it's not about to say, well, I'm a Christian, so I don't need
money.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Money is mandatory. It's needed. It's essential.
Yes. Render to Caesar the things that are Caesar's.
Perfect. Jesus himself
Said that, yes.
said to the
Yes.
disciples, he said, go
Yes.
get the money, go pay to Caesar what's due to him.
Yes.
So he was God in the flesh,
Yes.
and he knew what his mandate was, but he also taught us the principles of how to live here on earth.
Precisely.
Yes.
Now, tell our listeners a little about your series of daily video devotionals.
Okay, so I covered different things. In particular, there's a uniquely me that it's really about. It's a motivational / memoir of my life and how between being a banker, a mother, a wife, how I balance the different hats.
Okay.
There's also the devotionals because, of course, what I find is that we're all looking for somebody. Whether we're looking for a life coach, a motivational coach, why not start with yourself, for instance?
Yes.
And then, of course, being a Christian, I zoom into the Bible. So
Yes.
it came out of a time I was having a very rough time in my career, and so I had to find something stronger than myself, for want of a better word.
Okay.
And that's how my devotionals came out. So they're devotionals, they're journals, because again, we also need to be. I find that when you write your vision,
Yes.
write your vision, write your goals, make your to-do list. So I have journals as well. So it covers the whole gamut of women empowering themselves and men too. It's not really just so it covers everybody.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Because one of the questions I was going to ask you is, if you focus on empowering the woman, how do you expect that to translate to the rest of
The rest of the family? That's
yes,
true.
yes.
So it's holistic. So it caters to men, women, children, teens. And as a matter of fact, my book is the one especially uniquely me in particular.
Yes.
One of the things I wrote in there is that it's for that man who is watching his wife trying to balance the different hats. She's miserable every day and him can't manage it no more.
Yes.
Yes.
So he needs to help her to be better able to manage the home, for
Okay.
instance. Then.
Yes.
So you have that one. You have workers, again, we're faced with different struggles, different things of life. We need
Yes.
to be able to empower ourselves, and it goes right across the landscape. Men, women, children, teens, as I said.
Okay.
Okay.
Now tell our listeners about the availability of these publications.
Awesome. All right. So one of my book, God's Daily Portion,
Yes.
it is in all the Sangsters bookstores here in Jamaica.
Okay.
It is also at Earth Elements and Angels Bookstore. All my other books, as a matter of fact, I have 7 books overall.
Okay.
So they can put in
Very
my
prolific.
name.
Very prolific as a writer.
Yes. So it covers, what was I going to say? They're all on Amazon as
Okay.
well.
Mhm.
And so they can put in my name, Simone Stewart, and they'll see all of them coming up, or they can put in God's Daily Portion, and that will basically show them, give them a show of all the books that are available.
Okay.
Okay. So, Simone, tell us a little bit about this this writing. Where does it come from? It seems to be something that comes to you naturally.
I tell you, I think it's a gift, because funny enough, I never thought it was possible to write a book. It just seems so far-fetched. And
You
that's
have
one
now
of the
gone
things
7.
I've gone 7.
Right.
And that's one of the things I really want to use to empower my or women in particular, that nothing is impossible. Right? It came out of my writing started, as I said, out of a difficult time.
Okay.
I was having a challenge with my career. It just seemed as if I was just taking a nosedive.
Yes.
And so I just sat down to just record, sort of journalizing what was taking place and trying to find some key answers as to how do I start my day, what am I going to do today, per se. And then it just started flowing. And of course, my relationship with the Lord, I can't underestimate that.
Yes.
Sort of really gave me that inner push. And so the Lord just started revealing inner truths and that kind of thing. And of course, with my life experiences. So I've combined all of that, and that's how my writing has been evolving. And it's still evolving.
Okay. Now tell our listeners a little about the importance of the relationship with the Lord, because many people do no longer believe in those things. They are moving away from that.
Wow.
They're having a relationship with the phone, they're having a relationship with the cars, they're having a relationship with other material things, and the relationship with the Lord is suffering. Many people do no longer believe that that is so important.
Unfortunately, it is so true.
Yes.
But what I will tell you is that everybody has something that they believe in.
Right.
And I have a number of persons who are saying I call whatever I want to call God.
Yes.
And I won't beat it down on your beliefs or what person's beliefs are, but I will establish that there is a God.
Yes, whatever the name you call him.
Well, I call him, his name is Jesus.
No, I'm saying whatever the name, other people have other names, so whatever name they want to call him. Yes,
right.
Yes,
so the reality is that we are all embracing, we're all looking for something greater than ourselves that we want to embrace.
Right.
Right? Again, as I said, for me, it is declaring that Jesus Christ is Lord. That is who He is for me.
Yes.
And so I don't get into discussing religion with persons, but we can talk about what are your experiences. And when we're done with that, who do you truly give that accolade to? Who gives you breath? Who wakes you up each morning?
Yes.
The reality is that we cannot deny that there is a God.
Right. Okay. Now, Simone, when in speaking to young persons, and especially what that Ralston just spoke about, a lot of them, especially the phone, seems to be the thing that they're tethered to.
Yes.
What would you say to these young, especially the young women who seem to be lost sometimes?
The thing is, the phones can be used for. Can be used for good.
Yes.
It can be used for good, it can be used for bad.
Yes.
And it is a choice. When all is said and done, it is a choice. Now, one other thing I'll tell you, I sit in traffic for 6 hours back and forth each day. I decided that I would download Audible on my phone, and then I look for books, and of course we know we can find free books if we don't want to buy. You can find 99-cent books per se. So you're empowering yourself by strengthening your mind. Per se. So you can use it for reading or for listening to books. You can also, there are some games that stimulates the mind, right? So you can use it for that. So the phone doesn't have to be, and then it serves its purpose, Listen, I have a 4-year-old that she thinks her phone is her prized possession.
Yes.
So it's starting from early. But again, we can carve it, and when it boils on, it is a choice that we make, how we use our different electronics, especially the cell phones.
Right.
Simone, we're going to take our Simone Stewart, and she's speaking with us about her book on empowering women through financial planning and spirituality. Welcome back, Simone.
Thank you, Dr. Sutherland.
Now, Simone, without giving away too much of the book, can you just tell our listeners a little bit about empowering women through financial planning and spirituality?
All right. So, one of the things that is covered a lot in my books is the whole business of entrepreneurship, right? Again, as we said, when we say spirituality, it's being spiritual don't mean that you're not existing, because you're still subjected, as I said, to the elements of the earth. So we want to just put the spirituality, because whether you're spiritual or not, the fact is you need to live, right? So we need to look at ways, how can we make money, right? How can we increase money? How can we balance it? Per se, balance your expenses as against your income.
Yes.
We should always be looking for multiple streams of income.
Yes.
Everything is evolving. So there are different ideas. I highlighted some of my own entrepreneurial endeavors in the book, and make suggestions to some that others that they can take advantage of. Right, so there are several things that we can be taking advantage of. I call them a side hustle. I wouldn't say to anybody, give up your 9 to 5. You still need the 9 to 5.
Yes.
Stability. Yes.
Right, stability. Yes. Until you have gotten that side hustle, or you've gone that entrepreneurial, or what I would even call your do-it-yourself project, until you've gotten it to a level that it can generate enough income to cover your day-to-day expenses. You can live off it then. Then you can consider leaving the 9 to 5. But for what it is, for want of a better word, it's how do you look for multiple streams of income.
Okay. Now, what do you say to people at this particular point in time, Christmas, where there's again the nexus between spirituality and materialism?
That's a balance.
Okay.
Balance, choice, and balance.
Yes.
So a number of us, we might be getting, that little extra money, little gratuity, bonus, that kind of thing.
Right.
it finishes quickly if you don't budget.
Yeah.
And if you don't plan. And again, that's where some of my journals come in. You can make a budget. What exactly do you need to do? Ask yourself, do I need to do it now?
Yes.
All right. If I'm going to buy, do I buy one now, buy another next week, or do I buy in bulk and save? But when you buy in bulk, there's an extra savings.
Right.
Yes.
That extra savings, or as well as carve out a percentage of your income, and say, okay, divide it: long-term savings, short-term savings, and what is going to be my day-to-day expenses.
Yes.
How much do I spend on gas? How much do I spend on rent? That kind of thing. Take those things out, and the rest put that part of it. I'm not saying don't treat yourself, because again, you work hard.
Yes.
You need to treat yourself.
Yes.
Treat the children. And can I tell you something too? Look for somebody to give something as well.
Right.
Right? So sometimes it might not be, you might not be able to buy them something. You might have to give them money. But again, you want to do everything in moderation.
Yes. Right. And something like a copy of your book is important. It doesn't have to be one of those, yeah?
Definitely. For sure, they can. Matter of fact, if they can follow me on my social pages, we should have some pop-up shops coming very soon.
Okay.
And looking again within the Sanctus bookstore, Earth Elements. There are 2 locations, Savannah and Southdale, and Angels bookstore. The books will be there. We're going to be looking at doing some different pop-up shops, so they'll get them nicely gift wrapped and that kind of thing.
Okay.
Empower somebody with words.
Okay.
Yes.
Precisely.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Thank you very much, Simone. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, Ralston and
Simone.
Dr. Sutherland. It was a pleasure.
Yes.
And thanks to Jamaica for listening.
Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Bye-bye.
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 Bye.
That was